What is going on, guys? This is Purgatory, and welcome to another, I guess, like first impressions of weekend 2. Things I want to say I've noticed that they have improved, and things I noticed they have yet to fix. And let's go ahead and get it started right away. So, the first thing that I've noticed they fixed, mostly, for the most part, is the connection. I'm having pretty solid hit detection now. There's a few lobbies I get that have desync, but it wasn't nearly as bad as the first time on the first weekend. So it was great to know. There's that. So the other thing that they fixed was a little bit of the audio. I personally have a lot of audio issues where the audio gets pretty inconsistent to where it's either incredibly loud or not loud at all. It's either games I'll hear teammates, and then there's games where I don't hear them at all. A lot of things I've seen fixed so far were a few of the smaller bugs, like the grenade sticking to the door that now explodes. I guess they fixed a bunch of calling card stuff. I went and checked myself, and that was fixed. Other than that, I want to get a bit more feedback from my newer experience this weekend. So, the first thing I've noticed so far was joining matches. It's hard to control this. It's really hard to control how you do this, but whenever I would try to join a game, it would join me into a losing game that people have backed out of, and it does it where there's an entire streak of it constantly happening, and I'm not at that confidence level just yet to join late games 90% of the time. Whenever the game comes out, I'm pretty sure I'll be a little bit more confident. If I play a little bit more, I'll be more confident to at least hold my own in a late losing game and then go into the next lobby, be able to replay that match. At the same time, though, you will join a late match even whenever you finish a game sometimes. That's happened to me a few times. I don't know, it just in general, just the late matches thing, it's literally killed me this entire day. I got off because all I was joining was late matches. So there's really no controlling that they can do there other than punish the players for leaving the games too much. That's the only thing I can think of when it comes to that stuff. Yeah, I understand how it can be really difficult to do that, so I hope they figure out some sort of way to doing that. The easiest way of taking care of that solution is punishing players for leaving games, like making them not being able to queue back up for like 5 minutes if they leave too many games. So a bit of feedback is definitely with the lighting. Oh my gosh, dude, the lighting in this game, there's a lot of times to where like I want to peek a building so bad, but whenever I'm walking through a door, it's pitch black, and so people can see me walking through the door, but I can't see them. So that gets really frustrating. But honestly, on every single map, mostly just in buildings. On the outside, I can kind of see people running in, but if I peek outside, it's a little difficult as well. But I feel like it's more just because of the lighting in the buildings. So I really hope they go and figure that out. Yeah, looking inside of buildings gets pretty dark, so there's that. I think it just all around every single map, when it comes to being inside, just need to really break down on that. So next is the mini map. So it's not as major for me anymore. The fact that they even brought back the mini map is good enough, but I would really like to see the traditional mini map come back. I like the compass. I like how the minimap is now, and I'll take it. I'll accept how it is. But what I would really prefer they do is take away the compass, put the red dots on the minimap. So because it's just easier, and two, I don't really see the point of having two different things when you can just have it compiled into one, and that's how it's been for every single game. I get it, they want to change it up, but that is a change I wouldn't have made. Definitely with the minimap, make it to where the red dots pop back up, make it traditional, and also zoom it out a little bit. Even with that minimap, I still get confused on where my teammates are, because like I'll see them just on the ring. That's it, and it gets pretty annoying. Next is the M13. I feel like they nerfed my baby. I feel like they nerfed my baby M16, man. It doesn't feel good anymore. It doesn't feel like a good gun anymore. I guess it's because of the hit detection. But man, I'm trying to like switch up ways to make the M13 feel good again. But most of the time, if you're not hitting the head, the M13 is not good. I'm disappointed, honestly, because that was like my favorite gun in the beta. So that is my favorite gun in the beta still. But right now, everybody's using the M4 meta, and that's another thing. I would like to see a nerf come to the M4 because it's literally the meta of the game. If they're not using the MP5 is also a part of the meta. Because, oh my god, those are the only two weapons I get killed by for the most part, other than the FAMAS, and I also think that needs a nerf too. Because I keep getting either one bursted or two bursted. I get the two burst, but like make it to where the one burst is less likely to happen. Because holy crap, I can barely react when it comes to the FAMAS or the FHR. If the FHR 556, I think it's what it's called. So I really hope they look into that. It's the MP7. I think that needs a buff in general. The gun feels incredibly weak, just like the M13. It feels like it's insanely weak. But I feel like they need to buff that for sure. Shotguns, I think, are at a good spot, so please don't do anything to those. I think they're at a really good spot. The M19 definitely needs a little bit of a buff. I really wish they could do something about the camper problem. I really wish there was a resolution to the issue. I get that's how people want to play, but man, it feels like this game caters to that sometimes, and people will hop on the hate train and say that it does, but yeah. In this beta, I haven't really noticed too much of the, well, I'm going to put this in quotes, strict skill-based matchmaking. I felt a bit of a difference whenever it comes to the lobbies. There would be sometimes you're in lobbies where people are gods, and there's sometimes where people are just casual players, and you're going to be playing casual with them as well. I'm really glad to see that it's no longer strict. I still think it's in the game, in theory, but I don't think it's as strict. I still would like to see it less restrictive because I was still getting a majority of my games with sweaty players, but I started again noticing more variety. The cross-platforming is fun. I don't know about, a lot of PC players have said that it's pretty much a leveled playing field right now because console players get aim assist. That's pretty much it, man. Overall, they fixed a lot of the issues I was having, especially with the connection that I think was the most important. I think it's because of the beta, they have the opportunity to stress test their servers. They have the opportunity to optimize the servers, and honestly, I trust Infinity Ward in optimizing very quickly. They even said there's a lot of features that they have in the game that are just up in a flick of a switch. They can just go ahead and turn it on if they wanted to. So it's like pretty much having the codes to a nuke button. Like, you can mess it up, you can make it perfect. It's pretty tough. So, and yeah, so I'm not doing my final opinion on the beta just yet because, well, quite frankly, it is a beta. A final opinion on the game just yet. It is a beta. So whenever the final game comes out and I've played all 3 modes, I will do a full review of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And at the end of weekend 2, if there's anything else that I have noticed over time, I need to make sure to write it down because I've noticed a few things so far and I've completely forgot about them. So I need to go write them down. But at the end of weekend 2, I will have a full video on feedback of the entirety of this beta and things I think they can improve on some more as well. Other than the lighting, everything I've remembered that's made a big deal to me recently. So yeah. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy and if you agree with anything I have to say, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe if you're brand new to the channel, and comment what you would change in the Modern Warfare beta. Oh, also, kill trades. Take them out of the game. I know it's connection, but please, oh my god, the kill trades are horrible. Anyways, I love you guys. Have a great day.